Okay, so now we're going to try and make it look a bit more realistic by adding some materials to it. So if we go up here and we select render, okay, and if I click on appearance gallery, there's already a few different colors in here and things, and some metals here which we don't really want. So if we click down here, we've got a library of, and we're going to use the Photolux library here, and we've got glass, metals, miscellaneous, paint, plastic, stone and wood. So we're going to use, first of all we're going to use the woods, and the first part we're going to do is the arm, which needs to be birch. Okay, and then it gives us three different options of birch. If you hover over them, it tells you what they are. We've got unfinished, we've got varnished, and we've polished. So we're just going to use varnished, I think. So we just click on there. It says select one or more items. With the paintbrush, select the arm, click OK, and then that changes to the birch. Go back to appearance gallery, but go back to woods, and we want to sort of have a bit of a contrast, so we're going to use, we'll use oak, I think, for the base. You can play around with it and try some different ones. So use oak. I'm going to use the varnished one again and use that for the base. Okay, right, and then for the shade we're going to use a darker wood, so we're going to go and use mahogany, I think, and we want the varnished one. Select that, click OK, and then here for our insert we're going to go down here. Right, let's see what these are. Oh, that's just okay. So we go down to here. It is made out of black plastic, so we should be able to find that. Click down there onto plastics. We want just injected plastic. We've got a black one here. Select that. Select the insert. Click OK. And then lastly, we're going to do the LED. So we're going to select appearance gallery again. We're going to go to plastics clear, and if we hover over these, I think they've got, some of them have got tints, so you can choose one with a tint or a clear one. So I think we'll try it. Let's try a blue tinted one and click OK. Right, so now we've applied, that already looks better, but it's going to look a lot better in a second. So if I move that more into the middle, I'm going to change the view to perspective view, which looks a bit more dynamic, and we can sort of pan and rotate it till we get it at an angle that we're happy with. Yeah, so something like that looks pretty cool. Maybe a bit round here, a bit down. That looks good. Okay, and then we want to go to scene, and this is like the room, the setting that our light's going to be in, with sort of preset lights. And if you go right to the bottom, the best ones are Photolux Studio Hard and Photolux Studio Soft. So we'll try the hard one. So select that, and you can obviously try out as many as you want. If we go to click on room, right, you can see the floor is a bit too high, so we just need to sort of toggle this switch until we just get the floor where it needs to be. Okay, and then we can close that down. Right, we want to do a really nice high quality render, so we're going to go to render setup, and we're going to change that to maximum. Okay, you can play around with these other settings, but they should be okay. You can get it better if you change these to like maximum, for example, but it takes longer. Right, and then we want it, okay, so that's that, and we'll close that, and we'll just click render window, and we'll see what happens. So this just takes a little while to do. It'll probably take a little bit longer on your computers, I think, although my computer is going ridiculously slow at the moment. Okay, there we go. That looks really nice. Right, we've got one thing is we've got this Creo Parametric Advanced Rendering extension there. So I'll show you how we can get rid of that. And we also want to be able to output that to a file so that you can print it off at a good quality. So if we go back to render setup, and we are going to go to watermark first of all and get rid of that, and then we're going to go to output, and rather than window we're going to output to a JPEG, and then you need to just choose, well actually by default that's going to go into your working directory and be called lamp JPEG, so that's absolutely fine. Then the size of it, this is a little bit small, so we're going to double the size. So if we go to custom and change that to 1200 and 900, so it's like double the size, and close. Right, I wasn't quite happy with this colour of wood. I think it's a bit too light, so I'm going to just change that really quick. So go back to Appearance Gallery, back to wood, and I'm going to do it as something a little bit darker. So I'm going to do it walnut. Varnished, and select OK. Right, and the other thing I wasn't quite happy with was it was a bit too shiny, so I think if we had used the Photolux Soft, the light won't be as harsh, so it might look a bit better. And we'll just go to room, and again we've got to bring that floor down. Okay, and render window. By this time nothing changes on our screen, everything is happening in the actual file. Once it's done, we'll have a look in and have a look at what it looks like, and you'll also see all of the parts that you've done are in there as well. So we'll just save that, and then we'll go to our Explorer and find the working directory, Creo Lamp tutorial. All those parts we've made in there. Right, where it says ARM part 1, 2, that's sort of automatic saves, where it saved it at various times just so you don't lose all your work. But this is the render we did. Yeah, so that, I think that's a bit nicer. Yeah, pretty pleased with that. And you can obviously try out different settings and things. Hope you enjoyed it.